Welcome to Post High School Volleyball on PostSportsRadio.com. The season is made possible by Judge Lee and Marcia Norman, supporting what's good for Post and Garza County. The Post Area Chamber of Commerce, serving Post and all of Garza County. Visit PostCityTexas.com. KSSL Radio, playing the greatest country music ever recorded. Family Cleaners, your hometown laundry and dry cleaners on West Main in Post. Now, here's the Lee and Marcia Norman pregame show on the home of the Bold Gold, PostSportsRadio.com.
Good afternoon and welcome to game day coverage of Lady Luck Volleyball on Post Sports Radio. It is Saturday, October 25th, and we are live from the friendly confines of the Antelope Arena for Senior Day as Post takes on the Olton Phillies. Hello, I'm Russ Morris alongside Jim Plummer, and welcome to the Post Sports Radio pregame show. We are streaming live and free on YouTube, and the game will be available shortly after the game for on-demand viewing, so you can enjoy the game as much as you possibly would like to. The Lady Lopes are in their 14th season of volleyball and are entering their final regular season game of the 2025 season. Post enters the week hoping to earn their second district win of the season and their first district win at home. The Lady Lopes currently possess an overall record of 15-19 and a 1-8 district record, while Olton has an overall record of 14-18 and a 5-4 district record. The Lady Lopes are led by Krista Gray, who's in her first season as head coach for Post, and she is assisted by first-year coaches at Post, Jillian Garrison and Brandon Murphy. Taniqua McFarland is the head coach of the Olton Phillies, and she is assisted by coaches Letty Jimenez and Sausa Bridges. Jimmy, you want to lead us in prayer?
I will. Thank you, Russ. Father God, we come to you in prayer. I want to thank you, first and foremost, for this wonderful day of cloudiness and rain. We appreciate it so much. We ask, Lord, to bless everybody involved in this volleyball match today, especially the senior girls from Post playing their last game together here on the court. We ask, Lord, to bless them, keep them safe, and all the participants out there, including the referees and all the judges and whatnot. And Lord, we ask you to help us in the booth that we do our best to glorify your name. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. When we resume the Post Sports Radio pregame show, we will bring you the Post ISD report highlighting everything going on here at Post ISD. You are watching the Post Sports Radio pregame show live and free on YouTube.
This message is sponsored by Judge Lee and Marcia Norman.
Texas 4-H is a club for kids and teenagers ages 5 to 18, and it's big. It's the largest youth development program in Texas. 4-H is for kids with animals and so much more, like shooting sports, food science, healthy living, fashion, and photography. Contact the Garza County Extension Office to sign up by calling 806-495-4400 or visit 4honline.com.
This is brought to you by Judge Lee and Marcia Norman, supporting what's good for Post and Garza County.
Not every pass leads to a touchdown, but every game can be a win with Jackson Brothers Meat Locker of Post. With high-quality beef and pork cuts of every variety, plus their sausage and world-famous beef jerky, you might have to play some defense around the dinner table. But this football season can be as delicious as it is entertaining. Located at 121 South Avenue H in Post, call today at 806-495-3245 for Jackson Brothers Meat Locker of Post.
Trey Payne and his team at Payne, Powell, Truett, and Chandler are available for all of your legal needs. With offices in Post, Lubbock, Hereford, and Clovis, New Mexico, the team is ready to offer legal solutions in personal injury, family law, criminal law, real estate, and estate planning. Give them a call at 806-368-8712. Payne, Powell, Truett, and Chandler Law Firm. Call 806-368-8712.
Skip the drive-thru, drive in, and drive back to a simpler time. Our car hops come to your car to take your order at Holly's Drive-In, 615 South Broadway in Post, featuring old-fashioned burgers, fries, shakes, malts, along with Mexican food, sandwiches, salads, and so much more. And best of all, it's served hot and fresh right to your car. Don't drive by, drive in to Holly's Drive-In, 615 South Broadway in Post. Call ahead at 495-2704 for Holly's Drive-In.
Welcome back to the Post Sports Radio pregame show. Russ Morris alongside Jim Plumbers. We're live from the Antelope Arena for Senior Day between the Post and Lady Lopes and the Olton Phillies. And here's Jim Plummer with your Post ISD report.
Well, first and foremost, yes, today is Senior Day, Senior Saturday for the Lady Lopes. We got 5 young ladies who will be playing their last game here at Antelope Arena. So y'all come on out. You still have time to catch it. If you're here in Post, you're only 5 minutes away. So come on out to Antelope Arena and cheer these girls on. Otherwise, just keep it here on Post Sports Radio, and Russ and I will keep you entertained, or at least informed on how funny we are. We're not that funny. Taking a look at some other news, of course. Well, don't have any other Post ISD report. If you missed the game last night, you missed a great one. It was a 1-point win for the Bold Gold Antelopes. Down to the wire, if you would, and it was fantastic. So go back to Post Sports Radio's YouTube page, which you're on right now, and you can watch that game a little bit later. You'd like to say Pete Christie from KCBD is reporting that the assistant coach of the year, or the week rather, is Post defensive coordinator Hayden Patterson due to last night's game. Bold Gold Antelopes rallied to beat number 8 New Home by a score of 28-27. The defense caused a fumble and had a big interception late to help Post get the district dub. Congrats to Coach Patterson and the Bold Gold Antelopes, of course. Post Area Chamber of Commerce inviting you to their awards ceremony tonight. So if you like some good food and some entertainment and be around a lot of local folks that supports the local economy, you can go to the PAC Community Awards and Appreciation Banquet that is scheduled tonight. And it's only $200 a table or $30 a ticket, but you can go and enjoy that time. I'm not sure. Let me double check the time on that. Doesn't really say on. 7 o'clock. It'll be 7 o'clock. So get by the community center by 6:30. Get your tickets, find a seat, and enjoy the evening. Other events coming up, promoted by the Chamber of Commerce, is you can go hear the author of Hank the Cowdog. Remember those books for us? Did you ever read those?
I did.
Okay, well,
I did.
You can go hear a concert. So it looks like the writer is going to be singing, and that'll be interesting. It's November 10th. You got time to plan for that. 5 o'clock. It'll be at the Heritage House in Post, Texas. Hank the Cowdog concert. That'd be interesting.
So I got a quick nugget on the Hank the Cowdog series. So the author, John R. Erickson, he has a ranch over in the Canadian. And this is way back, I guess when I was in high school, there was a big fire that was over at the Canadian. I think this might have been around 2014, 2015. And he added an addition to the Hank the Cowdog book. The newest edition at the time was, I think, edition in the 40s or the 50s. And it was a story of Hank the Cowdog dealing with a fire on his ranch.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty interesting to see that being told in storybook form.
Exactly. Hey, another thing, the Post Antelope Booster Club, is selling some merchandise. Let's see. Probably the deadline's pretty soon. Anyway, you can go to their Facebook page, Post Antelope Booster Club, and you can click on the link and do some shopping, buy it, and they'll get it delivered to you as well. So take care of that. Russ, I think that's all I've got for you.
I do have one piece of information that I forgot to mention on the broadcast last night. Mason Wright was awarded the Hog Molly of the week by the Hog Molly's Facebook page.
Is that right?
So what that Facebook page does, they are a group that recognizes some of the the best offensive line performance across Texas high school football. And Mason Wright was awarded for his outstanding performance against the Olton Mustangs a couple weeks ago.
As a lineman?
Yeah, as a center.
But not as a kicker like you had last week. Man, what was he? 4 for 4 on PATs, 2 for 2 field goals. Both of them, I think, were about 25, 26 yards. Last night, he was 4 for 4 PAT, right?
Right.
Man's been perfect the last couple games. Thank you, Mason. He's also the Post ISD High School
Senior Student of the Month.
Senior Student of the Month. Congratulations, Mason. Way to go.
All right, we're going to take another break. When we come back, we're going to resume the Post Sports Radio pregame show. You're watching live and free on YouTube.
In Texas, Fridays are known for one thing: football. High school football just seems to bring people together. That's why McDonald's celebrates that spirit with our $8 Hot and Spicy McChicken Bundle and $10 20-piece Chicken McNuggets Bundle. Both include a basket of fries. So hang out at McDonald's and start a new tradition. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
We play the greatest country music ever recorded. Tune in anytime and anywhere to KSSL 107.3. 94.1, KSSLFM.com, and on our free mobile app. All your favorites are here.
Hi, I'm Alan Jackson.
Hi, this is Mark Chestnut.
Hi, I'm Clint Black.
We've got them all.
Hi, this is Ronnie Millsap.
Hi, this is Patty Lovelace.
Hi, everybody, this is Garth Brooks.
Hey, this is George Strait.
I've been listening to this radio station forever.
Proud supporters of high school sports. We are KSSL.
Hey, I want to do something to help Post and Garza County. Have any ideas?
Well, I remember at one of the football games, the endowment group gave away a lot of money to local charity groups.
What's an endowment?
From what I know, it's a permanent pile of money that keeps growing interest. And the endowment group gives away the interest every year.
But I'm not sure that I have enough to give.
Just give what you can. If everyone gave a little, that adds up to a whole lot of money for local nonprofits, which helps us all.
Go to postgarzacountyendowment.org to find out more. postgarzacountyendowment.org. For good, forever.
It's our energy, but it fuels your life. And your life is our life's work. We'll provide the energy. You provide the power.
Welcome back to the Post Sports Radio pregame show. We're live and free on YouTube from the Antelope Arena. Russ Morris here alongside Jim Plummer here to bring you district game number 10 and the final game of the 2025 regular season for Senior Day between the Post Lady Lopes and the Olton Phillies. Now let's take a look at the district standings. Your Lady Lopes are playing for pride at this point following their loss on Tuesday to the Abernathy Lady Lopes. They lost in 4 sets. Abernathy taking it 3-1. So there's a Plains and Ropes played yesterday. That game, the score has not been reported yet, but as of entering that game, Plains was in first place with a 9-0 district record, 27-3 overall. Ropes in second with an 8-1 district record, 25-5 overall. Olton in third place. Looks like they will lock up third place with a 5-4 district record and a 14-18 overall record. And I need to adjust that. Plains with a 25-9 overall record. Ropes 29-9. I was looking at how many sets they won and how many sets they lost, which is still impressive. Abernathy in fourth place will probably lock in fourth place. They take on Tahoka on Monday. I'm still in school week mode. Apologize, but Abernathy with an overall record of 7-14, 3-6 in district, and Post and Tahoka each have a 1-8 district record. Post at 15-19, and Tahoka at 9-28. So your playoff picture as it stands, it would be Plains, Ropes, Olton, and Abernathy. Plains and Ropes competing in the 2A Division II portion of the bracket. Olton and Abernathy in the 2A Division I portion of the bracket. So what are your keys? So you're pretty much playing for pride this afternoon. So what would be your quick keys to victory for the Lady Lopes?
Well, don't worry about anything. Just get out there and play your best. Of course, if you're dominant at the net, you're going to achieve a lot of success. I'm looking at the Phillies right now, and they've got a little bit of height, but not overwhelmingly. So I'm sure we can compete with them at the net. So let's see what happens there. But if we can dominate the net, we'll be in really good shape.
The last time we played them at Olton, it went into 5 sets. We did lose, however, 3-2 in the 5th set. Now, we were ahead 2-0, and then Olton won 3 straight sets in a row to take it.
Yeah.
And that's how your district season has gone ever since you defeated Tahoka to open up district play. So you're looking for your first district win at home on the year. So I like our chances because we're just, like I said, we're playing for pride. We don't have anything to worry about. We just come in and lose, and if anything, we can try to shake up where Olton falls if that happens to be the case. So with that being said, we're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we may, depending on how they operate, we may have Senior Day.
Yeah, we're not sure how it's going to work. We should have asked, but we didn't. So, yeah, it could be before the match starts or after. Kind of like for it to be after. But, yeah, we're just about, if we're going to start play. It'll be in about less than 5 minutes.
All right, you are watching the Post Sports Radio pregame show live and free on YouTube.
This message is a courtesy of Harp Girls Holding.
Texas 4-H is a club for kids and teenagers ages 5 to 18, and it's big. It's the largest youth development program in Texas. 4-H is for kids with animals and so much more, like shooting sports, food science, healthy living, fashion, and photography. Contact the Garza County Extension Office to sign up by calling 806-495-4400 or visit 4honline.com.
This message is a courtesy of Harp Girls Holding.
Winco 2 is your compressed gas and cryo powerhouse. We strive to provide excellent cryogenic and gas storage products, service, and support to any and all industries ranging from chemical to agriculture and beyond. Unbound by location, we provide nationwide solutions from sea to shining sea and have done so for over 25 years. Built upon trust and integrity, Winco 2 is here to serve. Satisfaction guaranteed. Visit us online at winco2.com. That's winco, the number 2.com, or give us a call 806-629-4458.
Not every pass leads to a touchdown, but every game can be a win with Jackson Brothers Meat Locker of Post. With high-quality beef and pork cuts of every variety, plus their sausage and world-famous beef jerky, you might have to play some defense around the dinner table. But this football season can be as delicious as it is entertaining. Located at 121 South Avenue H in Post, call today at 806-495-3245 for Jackson Brothers Meat Locker of Post.
Post Car Wash is the place to keep it clean at West 14th and North Avenue K. Post Car Wash is a modern, soft-touch experience featuring ceramic waxes, a cutting-edge wax that will shine your paint and leave a slick finish. Get the Touch 4 Wash app for a quick, convenient way to pay. You'll get $1 off when you use the app, as well as earn points for future washes. Give your vehicle the attention it needs. 1 block west of Highway 84 behind People's Bank on West 14th. Keep it clean at Post Car Wash.
Winco 2 is your compressed gas and cryo powerhouse. We strive to provide excellent cryogenic and gas storage products, service, and support to any and all industries ranging from chemical to agriculture and beyond.
All right, sorry about that. If you just saw a black screen on your YouTube channel, if you can just refresh the feed, we should be back. Gotta love technological issues, but it's due to the weather, so I'm not the least bit surprised. Russ Morris here alongside Jim Plummer. I'm handling the play-by-play tonight, this afternoon, and Jim is our fearless leader, is going to be keeping stats and watching the stream for us and do some color commentary for us this afternoon. And we're here getting ready for Senior Day between Post and Olton. Let's go ahead and look over the rosters for both teams real quick. I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to Olton. So we have number 1, senior Caitlin of Avalos. Number 3, junior Cabry Ramon. Number 5, senior Cambry Ruiz. 7, sophomore Taryn Smith.
I don't think we're streaming.
Number
it's showing up.
34, Allison Rivera is senior. Number 10, sophomore Zeta Gonzalez. Number 12, senior Macy Reese. Number 15, Yama Ramirez. Number 25, senior Denise Alvarado. Senior number 35, Alyssa Rivera. And number 11, Barbara Gallegos. On your left side of the screen. Olton will be on your right. Just going through your rosters as we tried to do earlier. For Olton, it's going to be senior number 1, Caitlin Avalos. Number 3, junior Cabry Ramon. Number 5, senior Cambry Ruiz. Number 7, sophomore Taryn Smith. Number 34, senior Allison Rivera. Number 10, sophomore Zeta Gonzalez. Number 12, senior Macy Reese. Number 15, Yama Ramirez. Number 25, senior Denise Alvarado. Senior number 35, Alyssa Rivera. And number 11, Barbara Gallegos.
Let's quickly mention our post Lady Lopes seniors for sure. Adriana Anna Rangel wears number 1. Harley McClellan, a senior, with number 8. Number 9 is Serenity Sanchez. Carmen Mullins is number 12. And then 22 is Lizzie Fox.
So taking the court right now in the front is going to be Mullins. And then Hernandez and Hannah Abraham up front. Alyssa Rivera, seniors, is going to be doing a serving for Olton. Serve is up and away we go. It's played by Serenity to Hannah. Mullins. Back to Olton. Ruiz. Smith. And that's a kill for Olton. Olton on the board first.
See who that was?
That was Taryn Smith. So now Olton on the board with a Judge Lee and Marsha Norman score of 1-0 to get things started off in this match. Serve is up. Played by Sophie. Good play by Sophie to get it back over the net. Olton responds. Serenity with a pass to Hernandez. Olton keeps it alive. Taryn Smith gets it over the net. Good play by Riley Hernandez. Ruiz. There's Ramirez. Good play by Serenity to keep it alive. Mullins with a tip. That's good. One too many touches for Olton, so that's a point for post. Hannah Abraham will be your server now for the Lady Lopes. Serve is up, line drive. Good play by the Phillies. Ruiz gets it over the net. Serenity, Hannah, to Garza. Here we go, Olton now on the attack. Taryn Smith with the attack. Just out of bounds. Point to post. Hannah will do serving once again. Serves up, another line drive. Picked up by the Phillies. Smith with a tip to get it over the net. That's a kill for Taryn Smith again. Quick substitution in is senior Harley Jo McClellan. Coming out is Hannah Abraham. She moves to the back court now with Sophie Scott and Amberly Garza.
Barbara Gallegos is in for the Phillies.
Well, tip Harley Jo with a dig to keep it alive. Serenity. Garza. Point to post. Point to Olton. Oh, no, point to post. Yeah, never mind. The official did have it. It did read her right. Riley Hernandez with a serve, picked up by Olton. They get it over the net with a good volley. Hernandez now to Serenity. Harley Jo with a lob over the net. Rivera. Here we go. Garza. Serenity with an attack, but a good play by Rivera. Smith. Hernandez to Serenity. Now here's Mullins with the attack. That's a kill.
That's what you want out of your seniors.
So here we go. Now Riley Hernandez, sophomore, will do some serving now. Serves up. Just a little bit too hard. Goes out of bounds. Point to Olton. Checking in now is number 10, Zeta Gonzalez. But number 15, Yama Ramirez, will serve now for the Phillies. Ramirez, jump serve up and away. That's out of bounds. Point back to post. Now, Caitlin Avalos now checks in for number 15, Yama Ramirez. Carmen Mullins, a senior, now will serve for the Lady Lopes. Serves up. Good play by Avalos. Gonzalez with an attack, and that's going to be a kill for Olton. So, doing the serving now is going to be sophomore number 7, Taryn Smith. The serve is up and away. Serenity to Sophie. Now, Garza gets it over. Ruiz. Smith. Serenity. Sophie with a tip over the net. Ruiz. Alvarado. Too far out of bounds. Point post. Now Lizzie Fox will check in for Amberly Garza. Your Judge Lee and Marcia Norman score is now 6-4 in favor of post. Lizzie will serve. Serve is up. It's played by Olton. Oh, miscommunication almost cost Olton a point. Harley Joe. That was a good block, but Lizzie recovers, but it just goes so far into the net that nobody could get to it in time. It was a little bit of a block by number 25, Denise Alvarado, that got that mass confusion started. Point back to Olton now, 6-5 if you're Judge Lee and Marcia Norman score here in set number 1. Gallegos on the serve. Dug out by Mullins. Abraham. Out Hernandez. Back to Olton. Gonzalez on the attack. Mullins keeps it alive. Hannah gets it over the net. Good play. Good attack by Serenity. That's a kill for her. She has on the year over 150 kills on the season. I believe she surpassed 150 a couple weeks ago during the Tahoka game when we played them here. Serve, that goes out of bounds. It counts as an ace for Sophie Scott. Another point to post, and she's going to continue to serve. Serve by Sophie is up and away, and it is dug out by Ruiz and the Phillies. Little tip drill, but Serenity keeps it up alive. Ramon to Alvarado, Mullins, Abraham. Hernandez now on the attack. There's Ramon. Gonzalez. It goes into the net. Point back to post. 9-5 is your Judge Lee and Marcia Norman score in favor of the Lady Lopes. Scott on the serve again. Played by Olton. Ruiz. Mullins. Abraham with a tip. Count that as a kill for Abraham. Sophie going to serve again. Serves up. Dug out by the Phillies. Avalos. Gonzalez into the net. Point to post. Sophie's going to continue to serve. As Coach McFarland's going to take a timeout, and we'll take one with her. Your Judge Lee and Marcia Norman score here in set number 1 is 11-5 in favor of the Lady Lopes. Watching Post Sports Radio live and free on YouTube.
This message is sponsored by Judge Lee and Marcia Norman.
Texas 4-H is a club for kids and teenagers ages 5 to 18, and it's big. It's the largest youth development program in Texas. 4-H is for kids with animals and so much more, like shooting sports, food science, healthy living, fashion, and photography. Contact the Garza County Extension Office to sign up by calling 806-495-4400 or visit 4honline.com.
This is brought to you by Judge Lee and Marcia Norman, supporting what's good for Post and Garza County.
Welcome back to Lady Lope Volleyball as we resume set number 1. Phillies now on the attack after the serve from Scott. Here's Abraham. The Serenity with a tip. Give her the kill.
That's at least her second.
Oh, yeah. I like to know the official stats for her because I know she's over at least, she's got to be over at least 160, 170 at this point.
Yeah.
Sophie on the serve once again. Beautiful serve. Ramon. That was Alvarado, got it over the net. Hernandez on the attack, but it is dug out by the Phillies. Alvarado, played by Mullins. Sophie, tipped by Serenity to keep it in play. Alvarado on the attack, now dug out by Mullins. It's a point to Olton now. I believe, what was that, one too many touches? I believe we got a exchange now. Substitution coming in is now number 34, Allison Rivera. She will serve. She comes in for Zeta Gonzalez. Serve is played by Lizzie Fox. Dug out by Amberly Garza. That's a kill for Amberly.
Who?
Amaris. Number 2, Amaris Abraham. So here we go. Serenity now will serve. Jump serve is up. It's played by the Phillies. Ramirez back to Abraham. Just off of her hands, off of Amaris's hands. Goes too far out of bounds the other way. Quick substitution. Out is Denise Alvarado, and in comes number 35, Alyssa Rivera.
Is that Ramirez with the kill?
Yes. Alyssa Rivera will serve. Played by Serenity. Hannah. Now Serenity on the attack again, but it is saved by the Phillies. Taryn Smith with a tip drill goes too far out of bounds, point to post. So Hannah will now serve. Amaris for posting the white jersey. She is the libero, but Hannah served as a line drive into the net. In is now Harley Jo McClellan. She'll come in for Hannah. Serving for Olton now, it's going to be number 5, Cambry Ruiz. Judge Lee and Marsh Norman score 14-8 in favor of the Lady Lopes. Ruiz's serve, played by Amaris. Serenity with the pass. Amberly now, but it's a solid block by Ramirez, and it goes off of the hands of the Lady Lopes back the opposite direction, out of bounds. Point goes to Olton. Cambry Ruiz on the serve again, and this one goes straight into the net for another point for post. Riley Hernandez on the serve, played by Rivera to Avalos. Sophie with a pass, but it just couldn't get high enough for a pass to go anywhere. The ball goes underneath the net after the play. Point back to Olton. So we go Avalos with a jump serve, played by Hernandez. Another miscommunication. Ball goes straight into the net, and we got another point for Olton. Now Olton on a run of their own. Caitlin Avalos on the serve. Played by Hernandez. Now to Serenity. And Mullins now on the attack. Dug out by Avalos. Ramon. Now Smith. Harley Jo. Serenity. Here's Amberly on the attack. Good play by Rivera. Terrence Smith on the attack with her own good block by Mullins. Sophie now got it over the net. Smith on the attack again. Line drive to Serenity, but she couldn't get a play on it. Another point for Olton now.
It looks like the third kill for Smith.
And Avalos will serve again. Serve is up and away, played by Harley Jo. Serenity sets it up to Mullins. She goes on the attack. It's dug out by Rivera. Here we go, Gonzalez, but is saved by Mullins. Amberly on the attack, give her the kill. The Phillies cannot get a handle on the block, so that stops the bleeding momentarily. Post will now serve with Carmen Mullins. Serve is up and away. It's dug out by Rivera. Ruiz Gonzalez on the attack and give her the kill. What was a 14-7 lead is now 16-13. Still in favor of the Lady Lopes as your Judge Lee and Marsha Norman score here in set number 1. Taryn Smith now on the serve for the Phillies. Serve is up and away. Played by Riley. And here's Mullins. Now Sophie on the attack. That is Alvarado now. Now Serenity. A good block by Alvarado. Mullins keeps it alive. Harley Joe gets it back over the net. Gallegos on the attack. Give her the kill. Lady Lopes could not get a handle on that one, as it is now a 2-point set here at this point. It's still 16-14 is Judge Lee Marsh Norman score. Miscommunication between Harley Joe and Riley Hernandez in the backcourt make it 16-15 in favor of Olton now. Terrence Smith on the serve for the Phillies again. This time it's played by Mullins, goes to Serenity. Amberly on the attack goes into the net, and we're tied at 16 apiece now. At what was a 14-7 lead at one point for Post. Terrence Smith on the serve again. Amaris. Now Serenity. Now Sophie gets it over the net. So we go Ruiz. Gonzalez, played by Holly Joe, off her hands. Olton takes their first lead of the set. 17-16 Phillies is your Judge Lee and Marsha Norman score, as this first set is flying by. Terrence Smith will serve again for the Phillies. Serenity. Sophie. Amberly gets it over the net. Avalos sets up to Gallegos. Blocked by Gonzalez, but it goes off of the hands of Sophie when she tried to counter block it. Another point for Olton. Coach Gray is going to take a timeout, and we're going to take one with her. Your Judge Lee and Marsh Norman score here in set 1, 18-16 Olton. You're watching and listening to Post Sports Radio live and free here on YouTube.
This message is a courtesy of Harp Girls Holding.
Texas 4-H is a club for kids and teenagers ages 5 to 18, and it's big. It's the largest youth development program in Texas. 4-H is for kids with animals and so much more, like shooting sports, food science, healthy living, fashion, and photography. Contact the Garza County Extension Office to sign up by calling 806-495-4400 or visit 4honline.com.
This message is a courtesy of Harp Girls Holding.
All right, welcome back to Lady Luck Volleyball as we get set to resume set number 1. Your Judge Lee and Marsh Norman score is 18-16, still in favor of the Phillies. Terrence Smith will continue to serve for Olton. All right, that is played by Amaris. Serenity on the attack, but it is dug out by the Phillies. Alvarado, now to Hernandez. Serenity. Here's Amberly on the attack. Saved by Avalos. Sophie, give her the kill. Okay, that stops the bleeding. Judge Lee and Marsh Norman score is now 17-18. We're going to have a double substitution. Lizzie Fox comes in for Amberly Garza, and Hannah will come in for Harley Jo McClellan. Lizzie Fox will now serve for the Lady Lopes. Fox on the serve. Dug out by Avalos. We got Olton on the attack, but he goes into the net, and we're tied again. That was Gallegos with the attempted attack. This first set's a lot like the football game last night.
Yeah.
Here go Fox on the serve. Goes to Smith. Ruiz. Gonzalez. I'm not sure.
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that signal is. But either way, it's a point Olton. It's a point the other way. So here we go now. Barbara Gallegos will serve. Left-handed serve is up and away. Sophie and Hannah get it over the net at the same time. Ruiz gets it back over. Hernandez, Hannah, Serenity now on the attack. Good save by Avalos, but it goes into the net. Point to post, and we're tied at 19. Quick substitution in is Cabri Ramon. Out, I believe, is Barbara Gallegos. Sophie Scott will serve. Serve is up. played by the Phillies. Ramon, Ruiz. Here we go. Serenity with the one-handed tip goes line drive into the net. Point, Olton. Rivera now come in for Gonzalez. Olton on the serve. Line drive to Amaris. Hannah. A Serenity on the attack. Bounces off the net, out of bounds. Goes to Philly. Goes to Olton. Fans for Post say that one of the Phillies touched it, but in my eyes, it ricocheted off the net and went the other way. 21-19 is your Judge Lee and Marsh Norman score. So here we go. Lady Lopes on the attack. Riley with the kill. Makes your Judge Lee and Marsh Norman score 21-20. Amaris checks in for Sophie. Serenity will serve. This back half of the first set has flown by. All right, Serenity on the serve. Jump serve is up and away, out of bounds.
That was a home run.
A little bit of pent-up frustration was taken out on that serve. You can kind of tell. All right, Alyssa Rivera will check into the game for the Phillies, and she will serve. Serves up. Dug by Fox. Hannah gets it over the net with a nice little tip drill. Sets up. Riley Hernandez with the attack of her own. But Olton now. Terrence Smith with the kill right in front of Amherst. She couldn't get a good solid play on the ball.
That's her fourth kill of the day, or the first set.
23-20 is your Judge Lee and Marsh Norman score. Phillies over Lady Lopes here in set number one. Rivera on the serve. Amaris with the dig. Hannah. Now Serenity goes on the attack. Good diving dig by Rivera. The Phillies get it back over the net. Lady Lopes need a point here. Mullins on the attack into the net. All right, we're in. Phillies now are at set point. 24-20. Here we go. Fox receives a serve. Hannah, Serenity on the attack. Doug. Good block by Riley, but a good volley by Olton to keep it alive. Attack by Ramirez goes into the net. Lady Lopes are still alive. Double substitution. Harley Joe and Amberly Garza both check into the game. Harley Joe will serve. Serve is up. Dug out by Rivera. Terrence Smith on the attack. Mullins saves it, keeps it alive over the net. Ramon, Serenity on the attack, out of bounds. That's how the first set will end. Phillies take the first set 25-21. Take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the second set for you here on Post Sports Radio here on YouTube.
Here at the Post Area Chamber of Commerce, we are more than events. Yes, we love a good ribbon cutting or holiday market, but the Chamber's real purpose is deeper than that. We exist to advocate for local businesses, agriculture, and tourism. We connect people, promote growth, and keep Post moving forward together. That's why we're here. That's why we work.
Post Lady Lope Volleyball is powered by the McClellan family. Michael, Sam, and Jacob love and support Lady Lope Volleyball. The Post Athletic Booster Club, supporting the Bowl Gold tradition. The Post Independent School District, home of the Bowl Gold. The Post Area Chamber of Commerce, serving Post and all of Garza County. Visit postcitytexas.com. Post Sports Radio appreciates these sponsors for making this Bowl Gold broadcast a reality.
This high school gym used to be packed most nights. Not anymore. Do you know why? Because bad behavior by fans, especially adults, has caused a shortage of game officials across the country. You see, without officials, we can't have sports. Don't let this become reality. It's time for a change. Let's bench bad behavior for good.
My name is Sochi Anderton. I'm a dentist here at Post Family Dentistry. This clinic is a huge example of providing fancy dental care here in Post, Texas, because the residents of Post in these smaller communities, they deserve that same quality of care. We've expanded from 3 chairs now to 6 chairs at this new location. We are very proud here at Post Family Dentistry of our small town values combined with state-of-the-art care.
All right, welcome back to Lady Lope Volleyball as we get set to begin set number 2. Your Lady Lopes fall in set 1, 25-21. Hannah Abraham will serve for the Lady Lopes now. This is both teams have swapped ends of the court. Hannah's serve is up and away, played by Smith. Ruiz. I thought it was going to go out of bounds, but Serenity got a solid read on it, but she couldn't get an angle on it to get it over the net. Point goes to the Phillies. Here we go. Now, Alyssa Rivera will serve for the Phillies. Serve is up. Is dug by Sophie, but it goes into the net.
She stepped across the line.
Another point goes to the Olton. All right, Alyssa Rivera, senior on the serve again. Serve was received by Harley Joe. Serenity, Amberly on the attack. Just a bit out of bounds. Alyssa Rivera will continue to serve. Her serve is up. Good dig by Sophie. Good block by Ramirez for the kill. Now your Judge Lee and Marsh Norman score is 4-0 in favor of Olton. Rivera will serve again. Good dig by Amberly. So we go Ruiz. Now Smith on the attack. Amaris. The dig, but it just goes so far left, out of bounds. Point remains with the Phillies. Alyssa Rivera, the serve again. Amberly, Serenity. Amberly now on the attack. Alyssa Rivera keeps it alive. Terrence Smith on the attack. Amaris digs it out. Here's Serenity with a tip. Get it over the net. There we go. Ramirez. Ruiz. Ramirez. Good block by Mullins to post their first points of the set. Sophie checks back in for Amaris. Riley Hernandez with a hard serve. Goes off of the hands of Caitlin Avalos. Out of bounds. That's an ace for Riley Hernandez. We'll take it by any way we can get it. Riley Hernandez on the serve. It's played by the Phillies. Terrence Smith gets it over the net. Mullins. Serenity. A little push to get it over. Ramon Smith on the attack. Hard kill with authority for her and the Phillies.
That's her 5th of the day. First one in the second set.
Ruiz, Cambry Ruiz will serve now. Serve is up. Off of the wrist of Harley Joe. Out of bounds. That's an ace for Ruiz. Serve once again. Now is received by Serenity. Sophie Couldn't get it anywhere. Just goes out of bounds. Judge Lee and Marshall Norman score is 8-2. Phillies over Lady Lopes here in set number 2. Ruiz on the serve into the net, so that bails post out for a moment. Mullins will serve. Serve is up. It's dug out by Avalos. Smith on the attack. Harley Joe. Now Sophie with a tip. But Rivera gets it back over for Olton. And here's Scott. Mullins. Rivera. Good block. We'll give that to Amberly Garza. She got up there, tried to block it down. That's a point back for post. Mullins will serve again. Carmen on the serve. Is played by Rivera. Ruiz hit hard out of bounds by Gallegos. Point to post. Mullins on the serve again. Avalos. Ruiz. Ramirez got it over the net. Now here's Amberly on the attack. Good dig by Rivera, but it goes out of bounds. Point back to post. Mullins will continue to serve. Serve is up. It's just into the net. Point back to the Phillies. Makes your Judge Lee and Marsh Norman score 9-6. Olton. After that, Caitlin Avalos will serve for the Phillies. Jump serve is up and away. Is dug out by, I believe that was Riley that dug it out, but nobody could make a play on it. It just went into the net for another point for Olton. Avalos jump serve is up again. Line drive dug by Harley Joe. Serenity. Good tip by Sophie to get it in play. Taryn Smith on the attack with a little tip. Serenity with an attack of her own. Good volley here by Olton. Gonzalez goes too far out of bounds. Point goes to post. So we go. Amberly Garza on the serve. Avalos. We go Gonzalez with an attack. Mullins. Garza. Avalos back to Olton. Gonzalez with a kill. A quick double substitution. Harley Joe comes out for Hannah Abraham. Amberly Garza comes out. Lizzie Fox checks in. Taryn Smith will serve now for the Phillies. She's on the serve, is up and away. Fox. Serenity. Sophie. Got it over the net. Now Olton makes a play on it. Come back. Gonzalez into the net. That's a point for post. Quick substitution. In is number 12, Macy Reese. She checks in for Smith for the Phillies. Sophie Scott on the serve. Line drive into the net. Point back to Olton. Real quick, Gallegos checks out. Ramon checks in, and she will serve. Here we go. Ramon on the serve is up and away. Mullins. Hannah. Riley on the attack. Saved by Olton. Alvarado. And here's Serenity on the attack. Too far out of bounds. Judge Lee and Marcia Norman scores. We are about halfway through set number 2. Is 13-8 in favor of the Phillies. Ramon on the serve again. Mullins. Hannah with the dig. Riley with an attack is played by Alvarado. Now Mullins. Hannah with a tip backwards. Goes out of bounds.
What?
Whoa.
Did you see that sign from the side judge? He had his flag up and his hand on top. I've not seen that before.
I haven't either, but to me, that landed out of bounds. Serenity was.
It was out.
Getting an explanation. Krista wants one. Coach Gray does. So we play on. 14-8. Judge Lee and Marsh Norman score. Favor of the Phillies. Ramon on the serve. That goes off of the shin of Fox. That's a point for Olton. Ramon on the serve again. Serves up, line drive into the net. That stops the bleeding momentarily. Makes it a 6-point game. Sorry, 6-point set at this point, I should say. Serenity will serve. Jump serve is up. Line drive off the hands of Reese. Ramon. Alvarado. Kill for Alvarado. Man. This one team's playing with a lot more energy right now. The team's in blue. Allison Rivera on the serve now for the Phillies. Serve is up and away, played by Fox. Serenity sets it up to Mullins with an attack. That's a kill for Carmen.
Get that Carmen's first kill.
And it couldn't have come at a much better time. Lizzie Fox will check out. Amberly Garza will check back in. Hannah Abraham will serve. Serve is up.
Ooh.
Landed on.
Ooh. I'd touch a line.
I thought it did too.
I think the coach noticed it as well.
All right. Point back to the Phillies. Little double substitution. Taryn Smith and Alyssa Rivera will check back in. Alyssa Rivera will serve. Serve is up. Played by Harley Joe. Serenity with a nice tip to get it over the net. Ramon to Taryn Smith. Off of the hands of Mullins, so that's technically going to be a kill for Smith. Man, she's had a whale of a game for the Phillies today, hasn't she?
Yeah, 7 kills and an ace.
Rivera on the serve. Harley Joe. Miscommunication. That ball went directly into the net. And Coach Gray is going to take a timeout, and we will take one with her. Your Judge Lee and Marcia Norman score here at halfway. Your set number 2 is 18-10 in favor of the Phillies. Watching Lady Luck Volleyball on Post Sports Radio here on YouTube.
Post Dispatch is proud to support all of our local high school sports. They're excited to bring you all the weekly scores and highlights of your favorite teams, as well as keeping you informed about everything going on in the community. Subscribe today. You can choose to have your newspaper mailed to your home or business, or subscribe online and get the news when it's convenient for you. They're proud to serve the community and proud to serve Garza County. The Post Dispatch, community news at the finest.
All right, welcome back to Lady Luck Volleyball as we set to resume set number 2. Rivera on the serve for the Phillies. Good block by Ramirez. Caught the Lady Luck sleeping at the net. That's another point for Olton.
Yama Ramirez, I'd give that a kill. It'd be number 4 for her.
Rivera on the serve again. Played by Serenity. Mullins. Amberly tried to attack it, but it lands into the net. It's now 20-10. Here's your Judge Lee and Marcia Norman score. Lady Lopes need to go on a hellacious run.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to have to do. That's a word I never thought I'd have to pull out. Riley Hernandez. Amberly Garza on the attack. Give her the kill.
I think that was a what do you call a makeup call. We'll take it. Who was that? Amberly, you said?
Yes. Let's see if that sparks a comeback here. Riley Hernandez on the serve again. Rivera, now guy goes almost miscommunication, but the Phillies keep it alive. Serenity, Amberly with a tip. Oh, it was saved. No, Harley Joe keeps it in play. Serenity sets it up. Mullins on the attack. Olton keeps it alive. Terrence Smith on the attack. Good play by Harley. Now Serenity tried to tip it over the net. That's going to be a point back the other way to the Phillies. Man, that was a decent play by both sides there. Ramon for Olton checks out, and Gallegos will check in. Number 5, Camber Ruiz will serve for the Phillies now. Her serve is up. Harley Joe receives it. Serenity sets it up to Mullins. She tips it over the net with a little push. Avalos sets it up to Terrence Smith. She tips it. Good play by Sophie to get it back over. Avalos to Terrence Smith. Good play by Hernandez. Serenity gets it back over. Gallegos. Now Serenity. Amberly on the attack. Got a solid volley going here. Terrence Smith, with an assist from the net, gets a kill. 22-11 Phillies is your Judge Lee and Marsha Norman score here in set number 2. Ruiz on the serve again. Serve is up into the net. So let's see who's going to serve now for the Lady Lopes. It's going to be Carmen Mullins. Her serve is up. Is received by Olton. Good block, good play by Amberly and Sophie. Mullins. Now Serenity gets it back over. Ruiz. Alyssa Rivera out of bounds. We'll take that point. Is what's needed. So Mullins will serve again. Her serve is up and away. There's a line drive. That's an ace. We'll take that.
Second ace for Carmen today.
Cuts it down, cuts the lead down to 8. Serves up. Played out of bounds off of the hands of Avalos. That's another ace.
Number 3.
22-15 is your Judge Lee and Marsha Norman score. Mullins serves up. Avalos, Ramon, Smith out of bounds.
Post is creeping back.
Another point. So what the Phillies did in the first set when we led 14-7, they just crept. They just slowly came back. This place has a history for being wild and woolly. Mullins on the serve again. Avalos, Ruiz, Ramirez. No, guy goes into the net. Sorry. It's a 5-point set at what was an 11-point lead for the Phillies. Mullins on the serve again. Terrence Smith with a tip. That goes, the attempted save goes out of bounds. Point back to Olton. 24-17. We are at set point. Avalos on the serve for the Phillies. Let's see if the Lady Lopes can answer. Serenity gets it over. Terrence Smith. Now Ruiz. Smith now back with a little tip attack. And really goes on the attack of her own. Miscommunication. That's a point back to post. All right, it's a 6-point game. Yeah, still 6-point set substitution. Hannah will check in for Harley Joe. Amberly will serve. Serves up. Smith. Ruiz. Back to Smith. The play by Amberly out of bounds. That's how the set will come to an end. Phillies take set number 2, 25-18. It's a solid comeback attempt by the Lady Lopes, but it's just a little bit short. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will start the third set for you here on Senior Day. You're watching Lady Lope Volleyball here on YouTube.
We play the greatest country music ever recorded. Tune in anytime and anywhere to KSSL 107.3, 94.1, KSSLFM.com, and on our free mobile app. All your favorites are here.
Hi, I'm Alan Jackson.
Hi, this is Mark Chestnut.
Hi, I'm Clint Black.
We've got them all.
Hi, this is Ronnie Millsap.
Hi, this is Patty Loveless.
Hi, everybody, this is Garth Brooks.
Hey, this is George Strait.
I've been listening to this radio station forever.
Proud supporters of high school sports. We are KSSL.
Take a break and let Post Family Cleaners take care of the laundry. Family Cleaners is Post hometown laundry and dry cleaners on West Main Street in Post. Whether it's dry cleaning, wash and starching, laundry service, or alterations, Post Family Cleaners has you covered. Let Post Family Cleaners make your life a bit easier. Go by 111 West Main Street or call 806-495-0777 to get details. That's 806-495-0777. Post Family Cleaners, your hometown laundry and dry cleaners on West Main and Post.
My name is Sochi Anderton. I'm a dentist here at Post Family Dentistry. This clinic is a huge example of providing fancy dental care here in Post, Texas, because the residents of Post in these smaller communities, they deserve that same quality of care. We've expanded from 3 chairs now to 6 chairs at this new location. We are very proud here at Post Family Dentistry of our small town values combined with state-of-the-art care.
Sophisticut Salon of Post is your hometown full-service hair and nail salon. Sam McClellan and Dana Babb offer full-service hair and wax services, while Tamara Reed offers full-service nails and pedicures. To set up an appointment, contact the professional of your choice. Sam at 806-781-9491, Dana at 806-495-2505, or Tamara at 806-620-4560. The Sophisticut Salon at 105 North Avenue I in Post. Sophisticut Salon, your hometown full-service hair and nail salon, proud fans of Lady Lope Volleyball.
All right, welcome back to Lady Lope Volleyball here on Post Sports Radio. So we get set to start set number 3. Your Lady Lopes are down 2-0, and they need to win this set to keep this match alive, or else their season will officially end in 3 sets. But Terrence Smith now on the attack for the Phillies. Amberly keeps it alive with a great save. Serenity gets it back over the net, and we're still playing. Terrence Smith, no. That was Ramirez. Tried to set it up, but it goes off her hands, out of bounds. We'll take it. Harley Jo will check in for Hannah, and she will serve. Harley Jo McClellan on the serve. Played by Rivera. Ramon Ruiz with a nice tip. Miscommunication on Lady Lope's part goes into the net. We're now tied here at the beginning of set number 3. Ramon will check out, and Gallegos will check in. Ruiz on the serve. Serve is a line drive played by Harley Jo. Serenity gets it back over the net. Ruiz, now Terrence Smith on the attack. Goes off the hands of, I believe that was Riley. Here we go. Amberly now on the attack. Give her the kill. We'll take it. Amherst checks out. Sophie checks back in. Riley Hernandez will serve. Serve is a line drive, and it goes off of the hands of Avalos for an ace.
That's our second today.
Riley on the serve again. Line drive. Almost hit the basketball goals up at the roof. But we play on. Serenity. Mullins with the attack. Is played. We got a tip battle at the net. Here go Terrence Smith on the attack for the Phillies. She got it in the no man's land.
Man.
That's another point for Olton.
That's our 10th kill of the day.
Who she thinks she is? Shaylee Pope?
I guess so, man.
What Shaylee did for us?
Yeah.
All those years. All right, here we go. Avalos on the serve for the Phillies. A line drive played by Mullins. Serenity with the setup back to Mullins. Carmen gets it over the net. Go Ruiz, Gallegos, Harley Joe, Serenity. Now here's Sophie Olton with a nice dig to keep it alive. Now Serenity with a tip drill. Rivera, Ruiz, Smith. Good block by Sophie. It's going to be a point for Post. As the Phillies were over the line, I believe, when they went and attacked that ball. So here we go. Carmen Mullins on the serve now. Serves up. Played by Smith. Ruiz. That was Gonzalez. Good. Yep. Give her the kill. Judge Lynn Marsh Norman score 4-3 here in set number 3. Taryn Smith will serve. Denise Alvarado checks in for the Phillies. Smith with a line drive serve. Kept alive by the Lady Lopes. Ruiz. Alvarado with a kill. In the back left corner of the court. Amaris will check in for Riley Hernandez. We're now tied at 4. Smith on the serve. Amaris. Amberly. Now Serenity with the attack, but is played by Olton. Is kept alive. Gallegos out of bounds. Harley Joe will check out. Hannah will check in. I believe that is Amberly will check out, and Lizzie Fox will check in, and Lizzie will serve. The Lady Lopes lead with a Judge Lee and Marsh Norman score of 5-4. Fox on the serve. Avalos receives it. Ruiz. Gallegos is kept alive by Amaris. Now here's Serenity with an attack in the back right corner of the court for a kill. So Lizzie will continue to serve. For whatever reason, this end of the court, this whole entire year, has scored the most amount of points.
Yeah.
Here we go, Fox on the serve again. It's played by Reese. Ruiz. Gallegos with the tip, but Serenity keeps it in play. Mullins. Now Serenity on the attack. Good dig by Avalos. Alvarado with the tip. Now Serenity. Mullins. Scott with a good block by Gonzalez to force that to go into the net. 6-5. Lady Lopes over Phillies is your Judge Lee and Marsh Norman score. Ramon will serve for the Phillies. Serves up. That's an ace.
Shoot.
No communication in the back court. Olton ties it up at 6 apiece.
Let's see, second ace for Ramon.
Serves up. And that Jim, it just landed in bounds.
Okay.
Just did. That's another ace.
That's her third.
Yeah. The officials are kind of slow to make the call, but he did get it right. I will say that. Ramon on the serve again. Fox. Abraham. Scott with a kill. Ms. Olton couldn't do anything with it. We're tied back up again, and Sophie will serve. Serves up. Avalos receives it. Ramon. Gonzalez. Gonzalez with a kill. A double substitution. Lama Ramirez checks in, and Allison Rivera will check in now for the Phillies. Serves up from Rivera. Hannah. Now Serenity goes on the attack, out of bounds. Allison Rivera will serve again. Does she have any aces on the game today?
Rivera?
Yes.
No.
Well, as the attempted setup goes into the net, the Phillies extend their lead 10-7 as your Judge Lee and Marcia Norman score. So we're about halfway through. Well, approaching the halfway point of the third set. Rivera on the serve again. Amherst digs it out. Hannah. Now Riley Hernandez on the attack, but it's dug out by Rivera. Alvarado with a tip. Amherst. Hannah. Now Serenity on the attack. Give her the kill. Goes off the hands of Macy Reese.
So Serenity's got her. That's her 4th kill of the day.
Gonzalez will check back in for Allison Rivera. Serenity will serve. Serenity with a jump serve. Line drive into the net. Point back to the Phillies. Alyssa Rivera will check in now. And Taryn Smith will check back in. Rivera serves, dug out by Serenity. Good play by Hannah to keep it alive. Mullins with a tip into the net. She slams the ball in frustration. Judge Lee and Marsh Norman score is 12-8 here in set 3. Still in favor of the Phillies. Rivera on the serve. Serenity on a Mullins with a tip over the net. Keep it in play. Oh, here we go. Good play by the Lady Lopes. Terrence Smith goes back on the attack. Is just out of the reach. Amherst and Lizzie both could not get there in time.
11th kill for Terrence Smith.
Man. Rivera on the serve again. Amberly checks in. Rivera. Okay, Serenity with a dig. Back up. Now she goes on the attack. Give her the kill.
Serenity?
Yes. Harley Joe will check in for Hannah. 13-9 is your Judge Lee and Marcia Norman score.
5 kills for Serenity.
Phillies lead by 4. Harley Joe on the serve. Played by the Phillies. Rivera on the Smith over the net. Serenity. Riley. Now back to Serenity. She goes on the attack. Go. Ramon. Now to Smith with a tip. Sophie keeps it alive. Serenity. Amberly. Good dig by Rivera. Smith. Now Serenity. Riley. Here's Amberly with a tip. But the Phillies keep it in play. Play by Ruiz. Back to Serenity. Amberly with an attack. Good volley here going on. Terrence Smith now on the attack. Out of bounds. Point back to post. It's a 3-point set. Lady Lopes need to win this set to keep the game going. Harley Joe on the serve again. Good dig by Avalos. Kept alive by Ramon. Rivera gets it over. Sophie. Serenity. Amberly gets it over. Avalos. Ramon. Scott. Serenity. Riley. It hits the line. Inbounds. Point to post.
That was Riley?
Yes.
It's her 2nd kill.
Harley Joe will serve once again. Serves up to Rivera. Ramon. Smith into the net. Point back to post. Here we go. Harley Joe on the serve again. Played by Rivera. Avalos keeps it alive. Ramon gets it back over. Serenity with a push. Out of bounds. Gives Olton another 2-point lead. And Gallegos will check in now for Ramon. Cambry Ruiz will serve. Her serve is up, and line drive to Harley Joe. Serenity. Tip to Mullins. Give her the kill.
Carmen's second kill.
All right. Looks like it's going to be Riley Hernandez that's going to serve. How many aces does she have?
Riley's got 2.
Go Taryn Smith. Now Serenity. Now here's Amberly on the attack. It's kept alive out of bounds. Smith keeps it in play off the basketball goal. Almost hit the official in the head, but it lands out of bounds.
So if they knock the volleyball into the basketball goal and it goes through, is it 2 points?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I don't think so.
All right, Hernandez. The serve. Now here's Ruiz. Gallegos. Serenity gets it back over. Now Ruiz. Smith with the attack. Good dig by Harley Joe. Here's Serenity. Mullins with a tip. Give her the kill. It's a point for Post. Olton, I think, was over the line. Post with a lead, 15-14.
Is that Mullins with the kill?
I believe so, yes. Riley Hernandez on the service, received by the Phillies. Smith. Good play by Serenity. Just nobody could get there in time. Tied once again at 15. Man. Judge Lee and Marshall Norman score is 15-15, halfway through the third set. Avalos on the serve for the Phillies. Harley Joe receives it. Serenity sets it up. Carmen on the attack. Out of bounds, off of the wrist of Alyssa Rivera of the Phillies. Post retakes the lead.
4th kill for Carmen.
Speaking of, she will serve. Serves up. Received by Avalos. Ruiz. Now to Smith. Now to Harley Joe. Serenity tries to keep it in play. And Riley was almost acting like it's softball season. Catching it in center field. Either way, it's out of bounds. Point goes back to the Phillies. So here we go. Terrence Smith on the serve for the Phillies. Played by Mullins. There's Serenity. Amberly is blocked and it's into the net. Olton retakes the lead. So here we go. Terrence Smith remains on the serve. Serves up for Mullins. Serenity keeps it in play back over. Ruiz. Gallegos, Gonzalez. Here we go, Serenity now. Here's Sophie with an attack. Is dug out by the Phillies. Gonzalez keeps it in play. Now Serenity back to Carmen with an attack. Ruiz sets it up. Alvarado with an attack. Hits just in front of the line. Point goes to the Phillies.
It's Denise Alvarado's 3rd kill on the day.
Here we go, Smith on the serve again. Received by Harley Joe. Serenity now. There's Amberly goes on the attack. Avalos. Gonzalez gets it back over. Serenity sets it up to Amberly. She goes on the attack. The point goes back to Post. Didn't see what happened there on Olton's part, but now Harley Joe checks out. Hannah checks in. Amberly will serve. Serves up. Played by the Phillies. Ruiz gets it over, but it's a good volley. But, yeah, it should have been called because it hit the net. So now we're tied at 18. Amberly will serve again. Jump serve is up. Dug out by Avalos. Now to Ruiz. Back to Gallegos on the attack. Give her the kill. It's a good location by her part on the kill. Nothing the Lady Lopes could do. Lizzie Fox will check in now for Amberley. Ramon will check in for Gallegos, and Ramon will serve. Phillies lead with a Judge Lee and Marsh Norman score of 19-18. Ramon on the serve. Dug out by Hernandez. Serenity goes on the attack. Gonzalez gets it over. Fox. Now to Sophie with a good tip. Ruiz. Alvarado. Fox. Hannah. Sophie.
Sophie gets a kill.
It's a kill for her.
It's her third rather.
Speaking of, she will serve. Here we go. She's on the serve again. It goes into the net. It's not what they needed at this time. Quick substitution. Amherst will check in. Back in for Sophie. We've got a double substitution going on for the Phillies. Allison Rivera will serve for the Phillies. Serves up. Good dug by Fox. The Hannah. Back to Riley with a push to get it over. Ramon. Alvarado with a tip. Serenity keeps it alive. Hannah with a push to get it back over. There's Ramirez with an attack and a kill. Judge Lee and Marsh Norman score is 21-19. Phillies. Now Smith checks out. Reese checks in. That's an interesting decision. The score being the way it is. Smith is has been the best killer for the Phillies.
Mm-hmm.
Pun intended.
Yeah. She's up there, 11, 12.
Rivera, the serve, received by Fox. Hannah, Mullins, Reese, Ruiz, Alvarado gets it back over. Now there's Fox, Abraham. Now Serenity on the attack. Give her the kill. And quickly, we got a double substitution going on for Olton.
His third set's going down the line.
Gonzalez checks back in, and Avalos will check back in. Serenity will serve. Jump serve is up. Dug by Avalos and goes into the net, but out of bounds. Point back to post. We're tied at 21. Serenity will serve again. Jump serve is up, and with an assist from the net, but it is kept alive. Serenity, Hannah, and Amherst are there to make a play. Riley gets it back over now to Reese. Ramon, Alvarado on the attack. Off Amherst, so far out of bounds. Somebody can get to it. Phillies retake the lead. Sophie will check in now for Amherst. And Alyssa Rivera will check in, and Terrence Smith will come back in.
Remember his third set, Olton's won the first two. They're just 3 points away from winning this match. Post is close, though.
Rivera, insert dug out by Fox. Mullins goes on the attack. Avalos with an assist gets it back over. Now there's Abraham, Hernandez, Avalos, and Ruiz. And here's Smith on the attack. Point to Olton was, I think we crossed the line.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either, but that's what they say. All right. 23-21, Judge Lee and Marsh Norman score. Alyssa Rivera checks out. Denise Alvarado checks in. She will serve for the Phillies. Serves up into the net. Point back to post. 23-22 now. Harley Joe will check in. Hannah will check out. Harley Joe will serve. Remember, Olton needs to get to 25, but they have to win by 2. Harley Joe. Keeps it alive. Is dug out. Ball goes out of bounds. Point to post. We're tied at 23.
Give Harley Joe a ace on that one.
She'll serve again. Serves up. Dug by Ruiz. Avalos. Ramon gets it into the net. Post retakes the lead. We're at set point territory for Post. We go Harley Joe on the serve. Avalos. Ramon goes over. A Serenity. Sophie. Blocked, but it's kept alive. Nobody wants this set to end. This is a good volley. Serenity. A Fox with a tip. And it goes into the net. It's kept alive. No. Point goes to Post.
Oh, my goodness.
And they come back, and Post takes the third set, 25-23.
Okay.
So we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll play on, and we'll have set number 4 for you here on Post Sports Radio live. Well, you're on YouTube. Don't know if we're live yet.
My name is Sochi Anderton. I'm a dentist here at Post Family Dentistry. This clinic is a huge example of providing fancy dental care here in Post, Texas, because the residents of Post in these smaller communities, they deserve that same quality of care. We've expanded from 3 chairs now to 6 chairs at this new location. We are very proud here at Post Family Dentistry of our small town values combined with state-of-the-art care.
Are you worried how 2020 has impacted your teen's social development? We are too. Want to know what might help? Participating in the performing arts in high school. It's been hard being a teenager recently. Hard to cope, hard to keep up, hard not to feel like you're missing out. Everything's different and nobody knows what's next. Encouraging your son or daughter to participate in performing arts can really help. Those are high school activities like band, orchestra, choir, theater, speech, and debate. They'll make new friends, develop confidence, and feel the satisfaction of being part of a team. Participation in the performing arts aren't a cure-all, and they certainly won't make the pandemic go away, but they will make the teenagers in your family feel like they're part of something special. This message presented by the NFHS and the Texas University Interscholastic League.
Here at the Post Area Chamber of Commerce, we are more than events. Yes, we love a good ribbon cutting or holiday market, but the Chamber's real purpose is deeper than that. We exist to advocate for local businesses, agriculture, and tourism. We connect people, promote growth, and keep Post moving forward together. That's why we're here. That's why we work.
Welcome back to Post Sports Radio's coverage of Post Lady Luck Volleyball here on Senior Day here at the Antelope Arena. So we get set to start set number 4 as your Lady Lopes win set number 3, 25-23, and what was an awesome third set. Lady Lopes need to win this set to force a 5th set. And there's no controversy this time about how that set would go down, as you do go to 15, but we got to get to 25 at this point. Got to get 25 in this one first. Hannah will serve. Lady Lopes on your right side of the court. Hannah on the serve. Smith receives. There we go. That is Ramirez. Now Hannah. Amberly on the attack, tipped into the net. Point, Olton.
So she went up to kill with her right hand and then tipped it with her left.
Alyssa Rivera checks in for Denise Alvarado. Rivera will serve. Her serve is up. Received by Serenity. Played by Hannah. Amberly goes on the attack. Rivera. Ramon. Smith. Good block by Carmen. That's a kill as well. Ties the game at 1 apiece. Riley Hernandez will serve. She goes, line drive serve. It's dug out by Avalos. Rivera gets it over the net. Serenity. Good tip by Sophie, but it's dug out and kept alive by the Phillies. Harley Joe, Serenity. Here's Amberly on the attack.
The kill.
Yep, with the kill.
That's her 4th kill.
Hernandez on the serve. Line drive into the net. Point back to Olton. Gallegos will check in. Ramon will check out. However, Cambry Ruiz will serve for the Phillies. Ruiz serve is received. Serenity. Carmen gets it over the net. Avalos, Ruiz, Terrence Smith on the attack. They said we tipped it. It's a point / a kill for Terrence Smith. What is that, like her 11th or her 13th?
Smith?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Let's see. 12.
Ruiz on the serve. Line drive dug out by Mullins. Blocked. It was blocked by Gallegos, but tipped out of bounds off the hands of the Lady Lopes. Olton extends their lead. So here we go. Ruiz on the serve again. Line drive played by Harley Joe. The block tipped. Kept alive by the Lopes. Sophie got it back over. Avalos. Now Terrence Smith on the attack. Harley Joe tips it to Serenity. She fell backwards. Terrence Smith back on the attack again. Off of the hands of Riley as it goes backwards the other way. Point goes to the Phillies.
So 13 kills for Terrence Smith.
Here's Ruiz on the serve again. Serves up. Line drive played by Harley Joe. Serenity almost collided into Riley, but they keep it alive. Ruiz. Ramirez. And Mullins. Here's Serenity line drive into the net. Ruiz remains on the serve. Serves up, played by Mullins. Serenity. Now to Amberly on the attack. Phillies keep it alive. Ramirez and Hernandez. Go Mullins on the attack. Give her the kill.
Well, Carmen Mullins, let's see, that's going to be 6 kills.
She really came on strong in that third set.
Yes, she had 3 there, 2 in this one.
Go Mullins on the serve. Received by the Phillies. Harley Joe. Out of Serenity. Out of Amberly on the attack. Was blocked by Ramirez. It just bounced into the net off of the fingertips of the Lady Lope. Avalos on the serve. Jump serve is up. Played by Mullins. Serenity. Now Amberly gets it over. Good dig by Rivera. Terrence Smith on the attack. Good block by Sophie, but it's kept alive by the Phillies. And that's a little tip kill for Serenity Sanchez.
Seven kills for Serenity.
Now Lizzie and Hannah both check in. So here we go. Lizzie Fox on the serve by Rivera. Gallegos. Sophie with the tip. Avalos keeps it alive, but would have been out of bounds. Rivera couldn't get a good read on it. She dove for it. Point goes to post.
Lost her shoe in the endeavor. Got to leave the game, right, for one play? Oh, it's football helmet.
It's
Never
football.
mind.
So go Lizzie Fox. We'll serve again. Serves up. Dug out by Avalos. Goes out of bounds. That's an ace. Olton couldn't do anything with it. Judge Lee and Marsh Norman score is 7-6 as this fourth set is flying by. Still in favor of the Phillies. Fox, Smith, Ruiz sits back up, to Gonzalez, Mullins, Fox. It's landed in no man's land. Point back to the Phillies. Taryn Smith now on the serve for Olton. Serves up by Smith. Hernandez. Abraham with a tip. Gallegos. Gonzalez with an attack and a kill. Terrence Smith will remain on the serve. Serves up. Played by Fox. Good block. Serenity got it back over. Gallegos sets it up. Gonzalez gets it over the net. Fox to Abraham. To Scott. Avalos. Ruiz. Wow, Alvarado with an attack, but it just goes too far out of bounds. Point back to post. Now Sophie will serve. Amaris will check in for Lizzie. Sophie on the serve. Played by Avalos. Ruiz. Set up to Gallegos. That's a kill. The double block went ricocheted off the hands of the Lady Lopes out of bounds. It's now 10-7 for Judge Lee and Marsha Norman score in favor of Olton. Cabry Ramon will serve for the Phillies now. Serves up. Dug out by Sophie. Hannah. Riley with an attack, but is dug out by Olton. Here's Alvarado on the attack. So hit just inches away from that back corner. Substitution. Smith comes out. Reese will check in. Serenity will serve for the Lady Lopes. Jump serve is up. By Ramon. And here's Gonzalez. We go Serenity with a little push. Avalos digs it out. The block by Riley, but it's a good volley by Olton of their own. Reese with a dig was kept alive by Ruiz. Mullins with the attack. Bounces off the hands of Reese. That's a kill for Mullins. And Lizzie will check right back in for Amaris.
7 kills for Carmen.
Serenity. Jump serve off of Reese. Good block. As Olton was over the line. We're tied up at 10. Serenity on the serve again. So I believe somebody's getting an explanation from officials down there on Olton's bench. What was going on? All right, Serenity with a jump serve is up, and it's out of bounds. Man, didn't need that.
Well, these last 2 sets have been real interesting and close, so we can go either way here in the fourth.
Allison Rivera on the serve now. Line drive, but it's kept alive by Hannah Abraham. Sophie back to Serenity. Now Hannah gets it over the net. Alvarado, Ramon with a tip. Goes into the net. Tied up now at 11. Amberly will check in for Lizzie. Hannah on the serve. Good dig by Avalos. Almost a solid block, but it's kept alive. Carmen gets it over the net, but it's a point for Olton. I think we touched it one too many times. Man, that was close. Harley Joe will check in for Hannah. And I believe Alyssa Rivera will serve for the Phillies. So Judge Lee and Marsh Norman score after all of that is 12-11 in favor of the Phillies. Rivera on the serve is received by Harley Joe. Serenity, Amberly goes on the attack. It's almost kept alive. One too many hits by Olton. We're tied up at 12. Riley will serve. Serves up, line drive played by Avalos. There's Ramon. Now Terrence Smith on the attack. Give her the kill.
She's dangerous.
Yeah, she just placed it perfect and just hit it right there in what I call no man's land.
14 kills on the day.
Cambry Ruiz on the serve now for the Phillies. Serves up, played by Riley. Now Serenity sets it up to Mullins. She gets it over the net, but is dug out by Ruiz. Avalos, Terrence Smith on the attack. Hernandez, with Serenity, back the other way. Smith, Harley Joe, Serenity. Amberly with the attack. Dig out by Rivera. Mullins, now Rivera. Ruiz, now Smith goes on the attack. We got one too many hits on post. Point back to Olton. Judge Lee and Marsh Norman score is now 14-12 here in set number 4, still in favor of Olton. Ruiz on the serve, and line drive into the net. Point back to post. Now Carmen Mullins will serve. Serves up. Played by the Phillies. It was Ramirez, got it over the net. Now Amberly gets it over the net. She'll technically get credit with a kill as Ramirez knocked it out of bounds. We're tied up now at 14 apiece.
5 kills for Amberly Garza.
So Carmen now will continue to serve. Serves up. Played by the Phillies. Ruiz. I believe that was, Alvarado got it over. Now Serenity. And here's Scott on the attack. Give her the kill. Post retakes the lead. It's 15-14. Judge Lee and Marsh Norman score. Trying to force a 5th set is the Lady Lopes. Mullins. The serve dug out by Gallegos. Now Gallegos will go back on the attack. Good block by Sophie and Serenity. I don't know which one touched it first, but that's another point for post. So here go Mullins on the serve again. Serves up. Avalos, Ruiz, Smith with an attack. Amberly answers with an attack of her own, but Smith gets it back over the net. Now Mullins, Serenity, good dig. Smith with a tip, keep it alive. Serenity. Now Amberly goes on the attack, good block. We go. Ramirez, it just goes off of the hands of Hernandez. Olton gains a point. It's a 1-point deficit here in set number 4. All right, Avalos will serve now for the Phillies. Serves up. Hernandez. Sanchez. Hernandez with an assist from the net gets it over. But Terrence Smith gets it over the net. She plays it cautiously. Amberly on the attack. Out of bounds. We're tied up again at 16. So far, Jim, I noticed no coach called a timeout in the last set, and nobody's called a timeout at this point.
It's true.
Hadn't really been a need to at this point.
Yeah, it's been such a close game. You're not trying to break any momentum.
Avalos, good play by the Lady Lopes to keep it alive. Dug out by the Phillies. Alvarado. Now here's Terrence Smith with a tip. Amberly, now Serenity. Back to Sophie with an attack. Now Avalos, now Terrence Smith. Good block by Sophie. That's a point back to post.
Sophie Scott with 2 blocks today.
Lizzie Fox and Hannah Abraham will check back in. Lizzie will serve. Your Judge Lee and Marsha Norman scores. We're just past halfway through this fourth set. Is 17-16 in favor of the Lady Lopes. Fox on the serve. Alvarado, Ruiz, Gonzalez on the attack. That's a kill. That hit just in front of the corner. That was a that was a solid location by her. There's just nothing the Lady Lopes could do about it. Well, didn't want to see her serve. This is Taryn Smith on the serve now again for the Phillies. She's on the attack now. Serve is received by the Lady Lopes. Serenity gets it over the net. Avalos to Gallegos. Hernandez, Abraham, Sophie goes on the attack. Now Smith, Ruiz. Here's Alvarado on the attack. That's a kill. The Phillies retake the lead. Lady Lopes desperately trying to force a fifth set. Olton trying to close out their season on a high note in 4 sets. Phillies, Smith on the serve, received by Hernandez. Abraham, now Serenity on the attack. That's a kill. Tied back up at 18.
My goodness.
Second burst, same as the first, based on the last set.
8 kills for Serenity Sanchez.
All right, Sophie Scott now in on the serve. Serve is up. Dug out by Avalos. Ruiz now. Gallegos on the attack into the net. Lady Lopes retake the lead at 19-18. Judge Lee and Marsha Norman score. Sophie's going to serve again. So here we go. Serves up into the net. We're tied back up at 19. Man, oh man. Double substitutions. Well, substitution apiece for both teams. Amaris checks in for Sophie. And Ramon checks back in for the Phillies. She comes in for Gallegos. Now, Ramon is on the serve. That's a line drive into the net. Post retakes the lead. And Serenity.
Give the point to the wrong team.
Yeah. Yeah, point went to the wrong team because we're serving. It's 20-19 us.
Post.
Yes. Serenity on the serve. Smith, Avalos, Alvarado, Serenity, Hannah. Riley gets it over the net. Olton keeps it alive. Fox, Serenity. Now Abraham goes on the attack. That's a kill. 21-19. Is your
get the score straight.
Yes.
You have a timeout. Get the score straight.
They're doing it now. 21-19, nope. Lady Lopes. Serenity, just a little bit out of bounds. It's right back to a 1-point ball game.
Boy,
man,
these last 2 sets are really good. We'll post force a 5th set.
Zeta Gonzalez on the serve. Serenity. Riley. Now Fox gets it over. Gonzalez. Olton gets it over. Serenity keeps it alive. Hannah. A Fox with a tip. Is kept alive by Olton, though. Terrence Smith gets it back over. Serenity with a little push. Gonzalez. Ramon. Alvarado on the attack. Good save by Amaris. Mullins. Ramon. Ruiz. Now here's Alvarado again on the attack. Good block by, I believe that was Hannah.
Abraham and Hernandez were there.
Yeah. This is now 22-20. Substitutions again. Amberly checks back in. Avalos checks back in for the Phillies. Hannah will serve. Serves up. Smith. Avalos. Ramirez. Good dig by Amaris. Ramon. Now here's Alvarado on the attack. Good save by Amaris. Little tip by Hannah. 23-20. Lady Lopes. Here in set number 4. 2 points away from forcing a 5th set. Hannah on the serve. Avalos. Ramon. Ramirez. Abraham on the attack. There's Smith. Ramon. Now here's Alvarado. Good volley here. Amberly gets it back over the net. Ramon. Serenity. Abraham. Mullins on the attack. Good block by number 15, Yama Ramirez. Makes it 23-21. Harley Joe will check in for Hannah. And now Alyssa Rivera will check in for Denise Alvarado. And look what that does. That puts Taryn Smith back in her comfortable position up close to the net, where she's been active all game long. Alyssa Rivera will serve. That's an ace. Miscommunication between Amaris and Harley Joe. 23-22. Lady Lopes is your Judge Lee and Marsha Norman score. Alyssa Rivera on the serve again. Amberly out of bounds. We're tied back up at 22. That's another ace.
23, Rush.
At 23. Man, oh man. Next point either way is set point. Rivera on the serve again for the Phillies. Serenity receives it. Mullins. Amberly on the attack. Now Rivera. Back to Ruiz. Little tip drill. Harley Joe off the hands of Amaris, out of bounds. Olton takes the lead 24-23. We are at set point. And Olton is at match point. Rivera on the serve. Amaris. Mullins, the Serenity. Rivera, Ramon. Now here's Terrence Smith with a tip. Serenity keeps it alive. Avalos, Ramon, Ramirez kept alive by the Lady Lopes. Mullins with an attack. Good dig by the Phillies. Ramirez. And tip is into the net. That's how the game ends. Lady Lopes fall 25-23.
Same score as the previous set, but different result.
And that's how your season ends. Your Lady Lopes fall. They're now 15-20 on the year, 1-9 in district play. We're going to take a break. When we come back, I believe we're going to have the senior day ceremonies here on Post Sports Radio.
Yes, indeed.
Stay with. If we are streaming, we're live. If we're not, we're recording, and we'll get to you later.
Welcome back to Post High School Volleyball on PostSportsRadio.com. The season is made possible by the Post Area Chamber of Commerce, serving Post and all of Garza County. Visit PostCityTexas.com. KSSL Radio, playing the greatest country music ever recorded. Family Cleaners, your hometown laundry and dry cleaners on West Main and Post. Judge Lee and Marsha Norman, supporting what's good for Post and Garza County. Now, here's the Lady Lope wrap-up show on the home of the Bold Gold, PostSportsRadio.com.
All right, welcome back to the Post Sports Radio wrap-up show as we get set to start the Senior Day presentation. I'm going to put up the senior Saturday graphic, and just so we can just go ahead and recognize all the seniors right now as we await the start for the PA system, or PA announcer. Remind everybody who your seniors are. Honor Rangel, Serenity Sanchez, listed in the picture. Lizzie Fox, and Carmen Mullins, and Harley Joe McClellan. So those will be the seniors that are going to be recognized. As you see on your screen, they are over gathering at the right end of the court. As all the coaches and family and everybody that's here in attendance is getting ready to get things underway. Just remind everybody that what happened during the game. Your Lady Lopes fall in 4 sets, 3-1. Lost the first set 25-21, lost the second set 25-18. Valiantly came back in the third set 25-23, and we're just short in the fourth set 25-23. Lady Lopes are now 15-20 overall on the year with a 1-9 district record. The Phillies are now 15-18 on the year with a 6-4 district record. Jim, that was that was a valiant effort by the Lady Lopes, wouldn't you say?
Oh, definitely. Almost pulled off the opposite result of what happened in Olton earlier in the season, where Olton came back and won the last 3 sets. We almost did it here in Post.
The record doesn't show it, but you can tell going from last year to this year they are more fundamentally sound.
I agree.
This year, so the future is bright, and plus you are now in a realignment year, just like you are in every other sport this year. So if you can catch a break with the realignment and not have to worry about playing planes and ropes in the same district, who knows, that can ease some pressure off of you without having to say, hey, we got to go out here and play you 1,000% just to make sure we have a chance at winning district.
Yeah, you're right, though. Fundamentally, the girls were looking better this year. Just had bad results, but nonetheless, there's something to build on for next season.
So I asked Coach Gray leading up to the week what this senior class has meant to her. Well, with this being her inaugural season as head coach for the Lady Lopes, and this is what she had to say. As a coach, guiding this senior class has been an experience I will never forget. Their passion, energy, and unique spirit have kept me on my toes. While we've navigated our share of challenges, I believe that these moments have taught us all life lessons. I'm grateful for the lessons learned together and excited to see how each of these young girls will take on life after walking across that stage in May. And you couldn't have asked for a better group of senior leaders, and we'll see them again, some of them again in basketball, and we'll see some of them again in softball.
Sure.
Just remember, we'll see Adriana Rangel again, Harley Joe, Serenity, Carmen Mullins, and Lizzie Fox.
So this is the first of at least 3 senior days for some of these kids.
Yes. And possibly, maybe even 4, because, your district track meets technically your senior day, but you're not recognized as much. So here we go.
Today, we're proud to recognize our senior athletes for both cross country and volleyball. These young women have represented Post High School with pride, perseverance, and grit. These seniors have given their time, their talent, and their heart to these teams and to our school. Let's honor their hard work, the support of their families, and all the memories they've made as Lady Lopes. We'll begin with our cross-country seniors, followed by our volleyball seniors. First up, Morelli Castro. Morelli is escorted by Fatima Rodriguez. Her favorite memory is when Kendall, Mercedes, and she got lost running at the Boy Scout camp. And when they asked Coach Davis to find them, he said his location, and they said they were 7 hours away from him. After high school, she plans to get a real estate license and become a real estate agent. Morelli Castro. Next is Kendall Bullard. Kendall is escorted by her parents, Hannah and Cody Bullard. Her favorite memory is when Coach Davis and Coach Bozeman took the team out for breakfast after a meet, and everyone was cracking jokes together. After high school, she plans to attend college. Kendall Bullard. Next is Mercedes Hernandez. She is escorted by her dad, Jose. Her favorite memory is being able to run with her sister. And after high school, she plans to become a surgical technician. Mercedes Hernandez. Our last cross-country senior today is Nevaeh Yaya Segura. She is being escorted by her parents, Nathan and Barbara Segura. Her favorite memory is enjoying all the good meals after practices and meets. Her plans after high school are to go to college and to become a nurse. Yaya Segura. Now for our volleyball seniors, number 1, Adriana Rangel. Adriana is escorted by her mom Amber, Justin, Spanky, Aaron, and her little brother Trevor. Her favorite memory is last year's anything but knee pads practice. After high school, she plans to attend Texas Tech University. Adriana Rangel. Number 8, Harley Jo McClellan. Harley Jo is escorted by her parents Samantha and Michael and her brother Jacob. Her favorite memory from volleyball is at the Littlefield tournament, playing alongside her senior classmates, taking photos after the games and joking around with them on the bus. After high school, she plans to attend Texas Tech University, earn a bachelor's degree in nursing, and become a trauma certified registered nurse. Harley Jo McClellan. Number 9, Serenity Sanchez. Min is being escorted today by her mom, Belia Hernandez, and her dad, Zach Sanchez. Her favorite memory from volleyball is having fun at the beginning of the season with all of her teammates. After high school, she plans to attend college and become a nurse. Serenity Sanchez. Number 12, Carmen Mullins. Carmen is escorted by her mom, Patricia, her nana and pop, and her little brother, Grayson. Her favorite memory is from the Merkle tournament when Riley didn't want to hang out with anybody on the team, so he took her phone away and she started to crash out and fight with Zayden. Her plans after high school include attending college to become an ultrasound technician. Carmen Mullins. Last but certainly not least, number 22, Lizzie Fox. Lizzie is escorted by her parents, Cody and Deidre Fox, as well as her brother Elijah. Her favorite memory is from the Littlefield tournament because of how loud and how hyped the team was. After high school, she plans to attend college to be a cardiac radiologist. Lizzie Fox. Let's give one more big round of applause for all these senior athletes. Thank you, girls, for your leadership, your effort, and your example. You've left your mark on Post Athletics and will always be a part of the Lady Lope family. Congratulations, seniors. We're proud of you, and we wish you the very best in all that's ahead. Thank you.
Take a break and let Post Family Cleaners take care of the laundry. Family Cleaners is Post Hometown Laundry and Dry Cleaners on West Main Street in Post. Whether it's dry cleaning, wash and starching, laundry service, or alterations, Post Family Cleaners has you covered. Let Post Family Cleaners make your life a bit easier. Go by 111 West Main Street or call 806-495-0777 to get details. That's 806-495-0777. Post Family Cleaners, your hometown laundry and dry cleaners on West Main and Post.
Post Lady Lope Volleyball is powered by the McClellan family. Michael, Sam, and Jacob love and support Lady Lope Volleyball. The Post Athletic Booster Club, supporting the Bowl Gold tradition. The Post Independent School District, home of the Bowl Gold. The Post Area Chamber of Commerce, serving Post and all of Garza County. Visit postcitytexas.com. Post Sports Radio appreciates these sponsors for making this Bowl Gold broadcast a reality.
This message is sponsored by Judge Lee and Marcia Norman.
Texas 4-H is a club for kids and teenagers ages 5 to 18, and it's big. It's the largest youth development program in Texas. 4-H is for kids with animals and so much more, like shooting sports, food science, healthy living, fashion, and photography. Contact the Garza County Extension Office to sign up by calling 806-495-4400 or visit 4honline.com.
This is brought to you by Judge Lee and Marcia Norman, supporting what's good for Post and Garza County.
Sophisticut Salon of Post is your hometown full-service hair and nail salon. Sam McClellan and Dana Babb offer full-service hair and wax services, while Tamara Reed offers full-service nails and pedicures. To set up an appointment, contact the professional of your choice. Sam at 806-781-9491, Dana at 806-495-2505, or Tamara at 806-620-4560. The Sophisticut Salon at 105 North Avenue I in Post. Sophisticut Salon, your hometown full-service hair and nail salon, proud fans of Lady Lope Volleyball.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Post Sports Radio wrap-up show. Just to remind everybody how the game went down. Lady Lopes fall in 4 sets to the Phillies. They lost the first set 25-21, lost the second set 25-18, came back in the third set 25-23, and were just short in an awesome awesome played fourth set, just like the third set. But they fall 25-23. Lady Lopes are now 15-20 on the year, 1-9 in district play. All Phillies are 15-18 on the year, 6-4 in district. And it's now time to name our Lady Lopes of the game. Jim?
Well, I would go obviously with all the seniors, and all doing well tonight. Except we didn't get to see Adriana Ana Rangel play due to an injury, it looks like. But we wish her the best and thank her for her efforts all season long. Look forward to basketball. I think she runs track as well.
Yes.
Anyway, let's go with Anna Rangel. That's one of the antelopes of the game, the Lady Lopes of the game. Harley McClellan. It's Harley Joe, of course. Serenity Sanchez, Carmen Mullins, and Lizzie Fox. Congratulations, ladies. And they all had pretty good stats. We won't go over those right now. We'll go ahead and wrap this thing up, Rush.
Yeah, so that'll do it for me and Jim. The next time you will hear our lovely voices, we will be on air at Floydada on Halloween. Spooky
That's
Ween.
right. Be sure to wear your outfit.
Yeah, so we'll be there. Don't really know how the game's going to turn out until you play them. One could say it could possibly be a trap game after all the momentum coming in, but you really hope that doesn't happen. Once again, this will do it for the Lady Lopes. We'll be back for Lady Lopes for basketball season. Lord willing, the creek don't rise, we'll have another one then.
That's right, we will.
So for Jim Plummer, I'm Russ Morris saying good afternoon, God bless, guns up. Hope to see y'all at the Tech game. Hope to see everybody at church on Sunday. And
keep hope alive.
Yes, sir.
Russ.
All broadcasts in all and any media form provided by postsportsradio.com are the sole property of Post Sports Enterprises with the permission of the Post Independent School District. Any retransmission of any of these broadcasts, whether partial or in its entirety, for commercial or personal use without express written consent of the Post Sports Enterprises and Post ISD is strictly prohibited. Any violations of these broadcast rights will be strictly enforced and upheld as allowed by local, state, and federal statutes, ordinances, and laws. We hope you enjoyed this post-high school event exclusively on postsportsradio.com.